Let's get some chips and dip for you here in the kitchen today. And last week I mentioned that I was using some honey in a recipe I did last week. And I want to use it again this week too because it's really good honey. It's from Union County. And here it is right here. Our bees are just extremely important. Of course, they give us the honey, but they pollinate all the different vegetables and flowers, and they are absolutely necessary. So if you ever come across bees on your property, if you have a nest or something like that, please don't use a pesticide spray to get rid of them. Call somebody. I know beekeepers out there that will come and take the bees away for free because they want the bees. So that's why I really emphasize bees and, of course, good local honey. Also using sour cream. Going to be using some chili sauce too, and just a dash there of some horseradish, because you know that horseradish is going to be a little bit on the spicy side, which horseradish is actually a root of the plant there that we get this from, and we use it in all kinds of things. It really just spices up a lot of dishes. So enjoy the horseradish, but just kind of keep in mind it does have just a little bit of that heat to it, and of course some chili sauce there too. Other ingredients: this is going to be a crab dip, so I do have some lump crab meat here. We're not going to add that in though until the very end, and we're going to be gentle with it. I love lump crab meat. I don't want this to break apart. I want to make sure you really get that good crab chunk in there when you dip it with your chip here soon. But I've already got the honey kind of sitting out here. There is the chili sauce, another thing here of some crab. And this is actually an onion soup mix or an onion dip there. You know, that Lipton brand you can buy. That's one package of that. And then, of course, when I mentioned the horseradish, just a couple tablespoons of that. We're not going to use mayonnaise on this. We're going to use the sour cream, which probably is not too bad of an idea since we're throwing in some spices in there. So you've got a whole container here of sour cream. Just get the original kind. Don't worry about fat-free. I mean, you want the flavor, right? But we're going to use the entire 16 ounces of this original sour cream here. So we're going to just kind of take our spoon and just go ahead and pour that out, and it just kind of comes right out of the container, doesn't it? That's all right. Looking good there. So now we got the sour cream in there. Now we're just going to kind of start adding in all of our other ingredients too here into our bowl, minus the lump crab meat. We're not doing that yet. So here's that honey. And when it comes to your honey, I'm going to say about 3 tablespoons worth of honey, and just drizzle it all inside there. Of course, you're really going with a very sweet flavor here, but also kind of a savory flavor too. So this should meld together really, really good. We're going to throw in now the chili sauce. With this chili sauce, this is going to be about 1/4 of a cup. Not too much, again, because we don't want a whole lot of heat with this. We don't want to burn Ron's tongue in just a second as he's doing the weather. And then again, that package there of that Lipton onion mix that you can just buy there in the stores. Throw that on top, and then we're going to throw in about 2 tablespoons, or about a tablespoon and a half there to 2 of your horseradish. Now, once this is all inside your bowl here, then you're just going to mix things up. So I want to kind of take my little blender I've got here and get a really good mix on this. Now, again, I mentioned that I was not going to add in the crab meat, because if I was doing this process right now with the crab meat, this would really break it up. And I just don't want to do any breaking up yet with that crab meat. You know, I want that to be nice and lumpy there on the inside. This does not require, by the way, as you might imagine with some dips, you might have to put it in the fridge for a couple hours, or you may have to bake it in the oven, you know, at 350 there for a while. This particular dip does not require any of that. Now, if you want to throw it in the oven, if you want to throw it in the microwave, I don't see any issue with that, but you can indeed do that. Now, I am going to now throw in the lump crab meat here, which, by the way, you can just buy it canned. That's how I do my crab meat, and it's really good too. Just be sure you get a good brand, of course. But then just kind of gently fold it into your mixture. Again, so that, again, you're not breaking up that crab meat that's in there. But that is it. That's all this recipe requires. It's going to have a little bit of that heat to it because of the horseradish there and the chili sauce. But then you've got that dairy in there with the sour cream that will really help things out. So can I just give this a little bit of stirring? You're going to serve it with some tortilla chips, or if you want to, like some club crackers or some brick crackers would be just as good. So once it's all kind of mixed up, nice and evenly there inside your bowl. Of course, food tastes a whole lot better if you do yourself a really good presentation. So if you have like a nice bowl you can put this in, and then give it a couple of shakes so that it kind of evens out, nice and even, serve it up, and there you go. Crab meat dip ready to go. Gonna take the whole bowl over to Ron here for you in just a second.